That was goal number 1 in the National Hockey League for what was an 18-year-old Sidney Crosby. He scored 102 points that season in 81 games, as he became the youngest player to ever reach 100 points. He followed it up with 120 points in 79 games the following season. And 17 seasons between then and this season, not once did he dip below averaging a point per game or more for 19 straight years. That meant he joined Wayne Gretzky at the top as the only 2 players to ever achieve this. But this season, despite the Penguins again having a joke of a year, set to miss the playoffs for the 3rd straight year, at the age of 37, 87 continues to be one of the few bright spots on this team. Somehow, he hasn't slowed down a bit. Coming into tonight's matchup against Buffalo, a team he had 85 points on in 61 games throughout his career, also riding an 8-game scoring streak with 13 points in the last 8 games, he found himself at 79 points through 71 games played. Having missed 2 games due to injury this season, he was just 1 point shy of recording his 20th straight point per game season. So let's get into it, and don't you blink or you might just miss it, as just 27 seconds in, surprise, Tristan Jarry lets in the first shot of the game on Tage Thompson with his 36th of the season. As Buffalo came out hot and dangerous, and before Pittsburgh could even register a shot, the Sabres registered their second goal. Peyton Krebs for his 7th, as boy, did they have Pittsburgh on their heels. But after killing a Sid slashing penalty where they gave up no shots on that penalty kill, it appeared to maybe give them some life, and just 2 minutes later, Raquel to the front finds Crosby, and he finds his 80th point. Skate to stick, top cheese, and there it is, becoming officially the first player in NHL history to score 20 straight point per game seasons. He surpasses Gretzky's 19-year run from 1979 to 1998, and what an accomplishment it is. The other thing is, while Gretzky played the bulk of his days in one of the highest scoring eras in NHL history, Crosby spent a good chunk of his in one of the lowest scoring eras. Since the start of Crosby's career, only 23 other players with at least 100 games played have averaged more than a point per game. Throughout Gretzky's career, there were 51. This is an incredible record, requiring an amazing level of longevity and consistency, as it really feels like Crosby's prime has been his entire career. But I'm rambling, so begrudgingly, let's get back to this game, because while Jarry had a good stop here and a little luck to keep it a 1-goal game through 20, the second was brutal. Byram in for Kulik, and he'd score. Goes upstairs on Jarry to regain the 2-goal lead. As these Penguins, man, they are so bad, immediately would give up another odd man rush before the Sabres with another goal. Samuelson from Rosen beats Jarry short side. It's not a pretty one, and that was his night. 4 goals on 12 shots, the second game in a row he gets pulled, before Lizotte getting Dahlin up high then meant the Sabres got a power play. And it was a solid power play, peppering Ned another one off the pipe here, and just as time was set to expire, they'd score again. Kulik with an absolute missile rips it glove side, and it was 5-1. But look out, there's plenty more where that came from, as Kozak on cleanup duty would net his 3rd, and it was 6-1. Reimer was also great when he had to beat. Solid game from him. These two late in the second were really pretty. Lizotte out of mid-air here was shut down, but with no mercy at all, the Sabres would make it a touchdown with yet another tuck down Main Street, as he would net his 28th to make it 5 straight goals in the middle frame. This team sucking ass while Sid is out here making NHL history actually perfectly summarizes these last few seasons. I truly don't know how he's done it on this team, but he's tied for first in the league at 5-on-5 with 52 points. Anyway, let's finish this thing off. The Sabres just couldn't stop scoring, even if it was on themselves, as to start the third, Dahlin would kick one into his own net, and we'll call that 8 goals for them. But towards the end of the period, Timmins in towards the net, and they'd score another. Nice play here from Timmins as Hayes would finish it off, but the Penguins just got thumped tonight, and as time would expire, Buffalo would take it at home 7-3. Again, he is about the only bright spot on this team, but it doesn't undermine how great of an accomplishment this was. Anyway, that is about it for this one. Thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate it as always, and I will see you in the next one.